Okay, Akua Naru,
Yes.
we really appreciate to meet you today. I know that you are a big traveler. You travel all over the world. You came from United States. You went to China, maybe. And after that, you went to Germany. Why do you love to travel so much?
I don't know. I think it's just fate. When I was growing up, I didn't have so many opportunities to get out my neighborhood, and at some point I had the opportunity to go to Jamaica, and it was the first time I had seen a palm tree, and from that moment I just fell in love with this idea of being in different places, meeting different people, listening in different languages. It just stuck with me, and I've tried to travel to as many places as I could, ever since.
Okay, and now you're living in Germany.
Yeah.
Is Germany a big place for hip hop?
Definitely. Germany has a nice hip hop scene. I think it's just the world. People love hip hop. That's one thing I've learned from my travels, that hip hop is like, when Badu says hip hop is bigger than the government, hip hop, like, she was right. Hip hop is enormous. The way it has influenced people all over the world. It's definitely in Germany and everywhere else that I've been.
I want to make a focus on you because people don't know you so much, but they have to. But for that, maybe you can introduce yourself. I mean, maybe explain us what you have done, how many albums you have done, and maybe what is your favorite things and in life. Why do you like hip hop? I want you to define yourself.
That's a very, very loaded question. I'll try my best. My name is Akua Naru. I'm a hip hop artist. In January 2011, I released my debut album. I mean, I had made other albums before, like in Philly, but this was my first real official album. And it came out on Jakarta Records. And since then, I have a band, and we've been rocking in different cities and different places. And I've had a lot of really good opportunities. Some people came in contact with me as an artist with the music, and it's really been a good experience. More recently, in May, we released a live album where I just invited my band and some other guest musicians and a super talented friend of mine, Drea Denor from New York, to come into the studio and just to record. And we made a live album. It's now on vinyl, and you can get it on iTunes.
Yeah.
And I'm just an MC who grew up in this hip hop culture. I've been loving it. I've been rhyming since I was a little girl, and it's something that stuck with me. And I try to communicate a message that I feel is important. And so the music definitely has a message, and it definitely has an agenda. And I try my best to do it.
The world is listening. The world is listening, y'all. The world is listening. Whoa. Flash, 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 flash. Yeah, 88 got my first hit. Third grade, young girl singing Roxy and shot around my way. Full of cane, disarray like things the dark hues and fruit. Saw the blade, hey, 40 cage, 40 the main game up. And now I got dreams of being live on stage. What? Turn the volume up. Me and my cousin doing the walk, dreaming about the soul of hip haircut. Fingers on flat as a rock. The rhythm of my neck, double touch, show what you want at once. But all the free love, we dream of ourselves. New when I keep my shoulder, but the dream was. We from the middle, on the scene, on the scene, sweet tea. The bottle only in the middle, on the scene. So I told myself that my life, but I'm on a picture, feeling like internet. Whoa, this is for my team of my life. Shantae, Bahama D, Laura Hill, at the beat. G, Greg, EVE, Nicky D, Salt and Pepper. Honey, me for music, for kid, and vaccine, but rocking the waves, let die. Yo, full of Harry, not should not the break. Change up, raise, music, cool, Fucky D. Don't never see you on search of female MC.
A question about, because I didn't hear a lot of your sound, because when Danny talked about me, I didn't know your music and your lyrics and so I tried to see on YouTube and so a few things about you and about your universe. I mean, what is around you, how do you feel when you write music? Because I made listen to a friend of mine, he told me this is happy face music. And I like
What is it?
This is some happy face music. It means that when he listen your song, he feels, it's a term for the techno music, happy face. But he told me that, and I wanted to ask you, what do you? The message is happiness, because I don't see the art side of the rap music.
That's not gangsta hip hop. That's not street hip hop.
It's my question. I mean, how do you define yourself in this?
I mean, how do I define myself in this? I mean, I don't define myself. I just make music, and in the moment when I'm writing, I'm not thinking about what box I can fit in or how it's going to be defined. I'm just writing because I want to tell a story and I want to communicate a message musically.
Okay.
I mean, of course, I'm not a gangster. You
No,
know what I mean? Like, I'm
know
not
that,
trying to
but
hurt
it's so
nobody.
positive. I mean, it's positive music when you listen.
I mean, some people would say that it's conscious hip hop. I mean, for me, I just write what's in my heart. And sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's hard because there are things that come out that are not always pleasant, they're not always positive, but I'm not trying to hurt nobody. You know what I mean? I'm just writing the music that's true for me. Whatever way that it's defined when it comes out.
It's true for us, no problem.
Right.
And what are your influences? I mean, everybody got some influences.
Right.
Not only about music, but maybe about rappers, or maybe that was about soul, maybe that was about reggae. What are really your influences?
My influences, I mean, I'm influenced by everything, all the time, every day.
Yeah.
People who don't rap, you know, like my grandmother, people who have beautiful poetry within the language that they speak without even knowing it. But if we had to talk within the hip-hop context, I mean, I love Black Thought,
Yeah.
The Roots. You know, of course, Lauren. There are a lot of really talented MCs. I mean, we could go all the way back. I mean, Nas has consecutively revealed his brilliance, you know, over time. There are a lot of MCs. For me, I always listen to the words and how a writer, like how a rapper or MC tells their story, you know, how they write, you know, how they show the poetic quality of the language. Yeah. Like that's always important for me. And there are so many, too many to name. And when we talk about music, like, I mean, for me, I'm inspired by people who have told the truth. I mean, Nina Simone, for example, Bob Marley, you know, like there are so many.
What means for you hip hop forever? Yeah.
Hip hop forever. Hip hop forever means that hip hop is going to be here forever. You cannot stop it. It's never going to stop. It's always going to change and grow and hold a mirror to what's happening in the world. And in the beginning, people had a lot of doubt about the music, how long it was going to last. And hip hop the world has shown those people that hip hop is forever. Always.
To my people stuck in poverty, I can't hear you. To my people who be suffering, hey. All right, yo. To my people who be fatherless, say what? To my people who be suffering, my ghetto children. Yo, they say that time tell the tales of men. 5 chicks at the well again, with a self again. My school of thought started smelling free till I'm alone again, on the phone again. My love Jones in the cold, the winter left Chalupa to Cologne for him. My heart is old for him. I figure love is like a journey when you lose yourself to find your home again. And yo, the road is thin. Let's travel my path for long battle. Teenage parents and drug addicts, seems to rap. Love battles, green tea and dog passion. The blight of the love. Passion got for a jacket like say something. What happened? Another portrait of the ab. Heart tears, finger snapping, wrong way to talent. Handcuffs, urban fashion out the boulders for balance, and it must be Karen. Where you at? Whoa. To my people stuck in poverty, hey. Say what? To my people who be suffering, whoa. I can't hear you, y'all. To my people who be fatherless, hey. Say what? To my people who be suffering. My ghetto children, y'all know what? Yo, I was in Beijing, carrying the burden of Camden. Had to put it down and dissect, overstanding, de-engine. A life you living could damage the great. With this soul I station, they keep my name balance like a private demon style. Fitness status, we dance and young devil. Many dreams of birth, we know all about them. Some found them, renaissance on the streets of Harlem. North Philly, who's saying in modern day stardom. Phone call with a sister that I know since college. Talking that way in the exhale. track host, maintain the nonsense regardless. In the closet, I searched the goddess of silence to find that I was looking for father. My elder sat me down, stripped me up. My armor said you only find a private rock will never have half his heart. But he will never have half his heart. He could never have half his heart. He could never have. Said he would never have half his heart. To my people stuck in poverty, what? All around the world. Say what? All around the world. To my people who be suffering, hey. All around the world. Paris, where you at? To my people who be motherless, yes. All around the world. Okay. All around the world. To my people who be suffering. All around the world. My ghetto children. All my people stuck in poverty, hey.
It's about when you write a song, a new song, because you told you had a band, and was it is all starting with the music, or you have a lyrics, and you have a spirit special, and you are asking the band to make the music for your lyrics, or how does it?
Right. To be honest, every song has a different story. Like there are some times when I just hear like they say the time tells the tales of men. And I don't know where the line comes from, and then I just walk around and say the clock ticks as a dwell within.
Starting your head.
It just starts. It's the spirit. It's the spirit. It just tells me, and then sometimes, like the song writes itself. Other times I hear the music first, and then I start to have ideas for it. So every song is different.
No specific rules, I mean.
No. Like if I were to go song by song, some songs I started with the music, some songs it was just the lyrics, other songs.
It depends.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And is it possible to send you some beats, or you are only working with few beat makers or few producers, or?
I'm working with whatever that's dope.
When it's dope, you do it.
When it's dope, it's dope. If it's a beat, you can't close your eyes and only be here. Like it's always great to be.
Stay open to everything.
Yeah, to stay open and be inspired from different angles and different people from wherever they are. Like for me, I'm interested in whatever I can feel. If it's soulful and if my spirit says this is the right one, then that's what it is.
Akua, I just want to know if you know some French rappers, some French hip-hop.
You know what? To be honest, I don't know so much about French hip-hop, but I know that there's a band called 1995.
Yeah.
Is it 95?
Yeah.
I heard that they were making some really, really dope music.
Yeah, they are doing some music like people do when it was 10 or 20 years ago.
Yeah, 1995.
That's 1995. That's really old school hip-hop.
Yes, yes, I saw a video of theirs and I was really impressed. Like they keeping it boom bap, you know. I heard of an artist called Soul Clap.
Soulcast. So Soulcast. No,
I know.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, I met some MCs and different artists and musicians in Paris. I mean, I don't know how well known they are, you know what I mean? But I can't say that I know too many French MCs. But I'm sure that'll change.
I want to take this time to talk to you a little bit, if that's okay. You know, I'm pretty sure it's clear that I'm a woman. It's a woman on the microphone, right? I think it's pretty much clear. You know, people often ask me questions, like we do interviews, and people ask me all the time about being a woman and making hip-hop. And they always ask me, like, what is it like as a woman? Is it hard to be a woman in hip-hop? And I say, well, what does it mean to be a woman in the world? What does it mean for us to be a woman in the world? You know, hip-hop is just a small world, like a mirror of a larger world. And in this world, there's a lot of work that we need to do to get justice for all women in the world. We all know this. It's like basic, right? But in any case, in hip-hop, when we talk about hip-hop, we always forget, often, we forget the women that created the beauty that is hip-hop. When I was growing up, there were so many women. I mean, there weren't millions, but there were many. And I identified with these women. And so one day I said, you know, when I get big, when I become a big person, like a woman, you know, I'm big now. I'm gonna write a song and I wanted to celebrate these women because these women, they gave us so much, but we don't acknowledge them. No acknowledgement. acknowledgement. We don't recognize them. So I wanted to write a song for Light, for Latifah, for Shantae, for Lauryn Hill, for Lauryn Hill, for Heather B, for Jean Grey, Eve, Nikki D, Salt and Pepper, Eve B, Apani B, for Little Kim, for Foxy, for Rod Digger, Rage, Left Eye, for Yo-Yo, Paula Perry, Nonchalant, The Brat, for Jane Doe, Rage, Mystic Boss, Sparky B, for those never seen, on the search for female MCs, the microphone fiend, the world is listening, the world is listening, y'all, the world is listening, whoa. Flash, 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 flashback 88, got my first hit, third grade, young girl singing Roxy and Shantae around my way, Lord McCain, disarray, late things, the dark hues and fruit, saw the way, hey, 40 cage, 40 the main gave up, and now I got dreams of being live on stage, what? Turn the volume up, me and my cousin doing the what? Dreaming about the soul of pepper haircut, fingers on flight as a rock, the rhythm of my neck, double touch, show what you want at once, the whole of green love, we dream of myself, new when I keep my shoulder, the green was, we from the middle, on the scene, on the sweet tea, the bottle only in the middle, on the sea, so that, throw myself out my mic, put them on the picture, feeling like internet, whoa, this is for Latifah for Light, Shantae, Muhammad D, Lauryn Hill, Heather B, G, Greg, Evie E, Nikki D, Salt and Pepper, Apani B, for Mystic, for Kim, and Foxy, but Rocking a Rage, let's die, Yo-Yo, Paula Perry, Nonchalant, The Brat, Jane Doe, Rage, Mystic, Paul, Sparky D, don't never see you, I search for female MCs, in the morning, it's morning, and Kim, I cook with the King, Laura, she, show me the beauty in the natural cut, never from my ring, and get your hands up, this is for Latifah for Light, Shantae, Muhammad D, and Lauryn Hill, Heather B, and G, Quake, Evie E, Nikki D, Salt and Pepper, Apani B, for Mystic, for Kim, Foxy, fuck, my nigga Rage, left eye, yo,